Mm. Hi, everybody. I wanted to come on and do a very quick live. And of course, you know me, touching face, hair, everything. So, but I wanted to do this quick live because I'm really, I'm really recognizing something that I think we all need to be aware of. And I want to just put this out there. And this is going to be a very short broadcast right now because I literally have about 10 minutes. Hey guys. But I may come back later. I wanted to talk about 1933. Our nation was in turmoil. People didn't have food. They didn't have jobs. They were facing in Germany the impending doom of the Hitler machine in Germany. And I want to remind you all what was going on because I think even if we're not talking about it, there is an underlying terror that all of us are experiencing, whether we're admitting it or not. And the conversations I'm hearing range from what do parents do with their kids for 2 weeks to, what about, do we have enough ventilators? And what I want to say to you is that one of the things that I'm reminded of, and I wanted to share with you just a little bit, is the opening for the 1933 inaugural speech from FDR. Because I think the thing that we're not getting right now is we're not getting the truth from our government. And the reason we're not getting the truth, and I don't blame anybody, by the way, this is not, please don't make this political. It really is, we're not getting the truth because they are afraid of creating panic. And the thing that happens is it's kind of like when we were kids and we knew there was something wrong in the family. Like, we all know there's a problem, but we feel like, why is nobody talking about it? So what I want to say to all of you is, can you not hear me? Okay, I think you could hear me. Okay. And, oh gosh, Emma, blessings. No government is prepared for this. And you know what I want to remind everybody of is no government was prepared for World War II. We were not prepared for the stock market crash in 1929. We were not prepared for anything that was coming. But I want you to know this, and I want you all to just center yourselves. And I want you to just rise up energetically inside yourself, and just remember that these times that we are given by the grace of God, we are being given these moments to prove our humanity, if you will, and our humanitarian efforts with each other. And so, yes, there are times that borders are closed, or yes, there are times that things are being done that may seem not good or unfortunate. And yet we think back to, I really have to tell you, we're looking at 1933, and it was March when FDR gave this amazing speech. And I really just want to share with you this first paragraph because I think it really models. And by the way, this was going on all over the world then. We have to remember that it was only a few years later that Hitler would take Poland. And pretty soon, I think that, I think here's the thing. The problem with this virus is this, and I am going to say this, and then I want to get away from the actual virus. I agree with Sylvia Brown, but I also feel like there is a reason for this, and I feel that it is really about kindness and being helpful to each other. And, it occurred to me today that I'm going to put a note out to my neighborhood and say, are there any elderly people that maybe need me to shop for you? Because I don't have a problem going out and doing shopping, okay? Because I really feel like we need to do that. And, when we take that focus off ourselves, right, then we can help other people. And let me tell you something. No, and I agree with you, Elena, no government just promoted any panic. And I think we can take all these measures, but at the end of the day, we have to look out for each other. And we have to, there's a wonderful thing I was sharing about with my spiritual soldiers course about what I'm talking about. And it was in the war and what was going on then. And FDR said, all for one and one for all. You know, if you lose, I lose. You know, we have to remember, you know, it's just, okay, skimming, we know that Sylvia Browne made a lot of predictions, but she was also prominent in what she did. And I respect people that are prominent in what they're, you know, in what they do. Okay, whatever it is. I respect all, you know, all walks of life. And I want to say that obviously wash your hands and do those things. This is a serious thing and we need to take it seriously, but think about your neighbors. Think about, can we reach out to each other? You know, let me tell you something, and I agree about the hygiene, but I want to just share with you, because I do have a meeting in a few minutes and I can always come back later, but I want you all to just center inside yourself and know that you are more than this moment. And I really believe that God gives us these opportunities to show who we are. Circumstances don't make a man, they reveal him. Skimming, I really don't want to talk about Sylvia Browne. I really kind of have to just say no. That's a no. That's a no on this. I don't want to get into that because I really like psychics. I respect them. I like people from all walks of life, and I don't care what anybody does, because I'm going to tell you something. There are many psychics that have helped other people, and I want to say that. Okay, so there you go. So about the toilet paper, okay, here's the thing. That is a symptom of the problem. And I'm not talking about diarrhea. I'm talking about the problem of panic. When you see that happening, when you see people fighting, it's because they never really understood. We have not had enough warning to understand we are in this together. And the first country we saw do this was, you know, the Chinese said, you should just be like us. I was reading this the other day and I thought, yeah, we should just throw people in vans and drive them somewhere. I have to say, I get that. And, you know, the most important, and I'm going to tell you the reason, everybody, these schools, everything is closed because they're trying to tamp it down and slow the virus. The reason for that is we do not have enough ventilators. We do not have enough hospital beds. And so it is so important that we stay, if you can just listen to people, right, you're going to be able to just go, okay, you know, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do other things. You know what? Thank you, Catwoman. I just sent a message to Hallmark and said, could you please declare like a vacation and put on happy movies? Like, give us Christmas for a week, okay? Because I really think we have to slow ourselves down too. I think we've gotten to such an extreme. So I want to share with you this first paragraph. This was 1933. It was FDR's inaugural address. And he said, I am certain that my fellow Americans expect that on my induction into the presidency, I will address them with a candor and a decision which the present situation of our nation impels. This is preeminently the time to speak the truth, the whole truth, frankly and boldly. Nor need we shrink from honestly facing conditions in our country today. This great nation will endure as it has endured, will revive, and it will prosper. So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed efforts to convert retreat into advance. In every dark hour of our national life, a leadership of frankness and vigor has met with that understanding and support of the people themselves, which is essential to victory. I am convinced that you will again give that support to leadership in these critical days. And I want to just pause there and say, this is a time for us to set everything aside and say, these people are telling us something. Stay home. Don't go out. Do not be the person that could be carrying but have no symptoms. And I want to share this other point. In such a spirit on my part and on yours, we face our common difficulties. They concern, thank God, only material things. And that was what it was in those days. Values have shrunken to fantastic levels. Taxes have risen. Our ability to pay has fallen. Government of all kinds is faced by serious curtailment of income. The means of exchanges are frozen in the current currents of the trades. The withered levels of industrial enterprise lie on every side. Farmers find no markets for their produce. The savings of many years in thousands of families are gone. More important, a host of unemployed citizens face the grim problem of existence, and an equally great number toil with little return. Only a foolish optimist can deny the dark realities of the moment. There's one more thing I want to share about that, this last part. Yet our distress comes from no failure of substance. We are stricken by no plague of locusts. Compared with the perils which our forefathers conquered because they believed and were not afraid, we have still much to be thankful for. And I want to say this was when polio was rampant. They had no vaccines, and I want to say this speech was not just for America. It was for every country in the world. And I want to say to all of you, you're going to be okay. And please reach out on the neighborhood forums to each other and say, does anybody need food? Is anybody sick and unable to cook? There's no reason you can't walk up the street, with food, and give it to them. There is absolutely no reason we can't think of something bigger than us, which is caring for each other. These opportunities happen because we are getting an opportunity to show the greatness of our own self, of who we are, and bring that to our community. And so I want to say to all of you, it's a time to be in prayer, to enjoy your family. People are saying school's out for a month. What a miracle. How often are you going to get that opportunity? They're about to pass a bill where you're going to get to have some money and some food. And, we have a great country. You have a great country, no matter where you are. We are in America very blessed. And wherever you are, I want you to know that all of our hearts and thoughts are going out to you. It is completely terrifying. And what better place than America to hoard toilet paper and laugh about it? I saw a guy picking up toilet paper in the supermarket today, and I went, aren't you nervous that he goes, I'm so afraid what people are going to think of me, So remember, turn it around. Turn it around. It's okay. You're going to be okay. And I want to say this, that one for all and all for one. And remember that there were bread lines, there were food lines. We all come from a time when the people before us suffered. In America, we're very lucky. Our markets were strong. We have a very strong economy, and it can take the hit it's being given. And it's showing us some flaws that we need to correct, but it's no one's fault. I want to say that this is who we are, and we just need to really be with each other. Thank you so much, Jody. Oh, it's so good to see you, Jody Z. Much love. And I say that, Salona, I want to say we are blessed with our president. And I really say this not because of who he is, but because I am going to say that everything is either with God or it's not. And I really believe that either God is or God isn't. And I want to say that to everybody. I would no more criticize any president right now, because this is a dire time for our country. And I will not criticize anyone. I won't go to it, because to be our leader at this time, I don't know anyone who would do it well. And I think, this guy gets more hate than anybody, but I want to say that at the end of the day, this is about us pulling together. Stop the hate. Stop it. We don't need it, because that's what creates more upset. It creates illness. It creates disease. All that resistance, what you resist persists. Be with your own body and just say, you know what? I'm going to be as serene as I can, and I'm going to think of how I can help someone else today. And I want to give this thought to you because I do have to run to a meeting. Jody, thank you for the super chat. It means a lot. I do have to run to a meeting, a reading. I'm doing a reading. But I want to say that really, if you think of something you can do for others every day, you're going to find that your whole energy, that's an esteemable act. And I really want to say, it does not matter. It does not matter who is our president, who was our president, who did what to whom. Everybody messed up, all right? We are not ready, okay? And the thing is that I want to say is just be in that zone of how can I help my neighbor. All right, everyone. I will be back. And I really want to say to all of you, go look up the 1933 speech of FDR. And I think you are going to be, it's just so moving. And I really feel that we have to rise above. My mother used to say that all the time when I was down or I was fighting with a kid, she'd go, rise above it. Rise above it. There's something bigger here. And I want to say that nobody, we are so lucky. Thank you, CH. We are so lucky. There is so much to remember, but I want to say to you, I'm here about your spiritual side. And I'm saying, lift up, thank God that we are in a place now. We are in this abundance. We are not in 1933. We do not have a crashed market. Things are going to be okay. Rise above it, everyone. Rise above all of the political fray and just keep saying to people, you know what? I'll fight with you next week because that'll be more important. But we have to come together, one for all and all for one. And I don't care what side you're on, because you're on my side, because we need to work on this together. And this is why God gives us these things. We have to remember that circumstances don't make us, they reveal us. Who is this revealing you to be? Rise into your highest self, and I promise, we will live into the words of Dr. King. We shall overcome. And I promise you, if you stay in the truth of your heart, align with God, and think of how you can help your neighbors today, maybe a good chance to meet some of them. How can you help someone else today? It's gonna lift the panic and the fear. And you know something? Nothing's stronger than prayer. Nothing. I don't care. It has healed the sick. So I don't know, Deborah. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And I want to just say that, and be careful. Don't get so upset with me, because that kind of upset is not going to help us. So I just want to say, I love you all very much. I will be back. And I really support you in finding that answer, Deborah. Call a veterinarian and maybe they can help you on that. All right, everyone. Lots of love. I will talk at you very soon. And I'm so glad we got to connect even for a short time. Jody Z, good to see you. All right, everybody. And Deb, go call. I want to know. Call a vet and find out, because I got pets. All right. Much love, everyone. Bye for now.